Good morning, Twitch. Good morning, Twitch. Good morning, Twitch. On the restream into the Twitch. Good morning, good morning, good morning on this 10.22.2022. Current time is 0802, and we're here. I decided to come on Twitch via the restream here as far as that goes. So thank you. It tweeted out, I believe. Good morning, Chris Tech in the chat. Good morning. And yeah, I got the restream. I thought I was going to have one or two guests. Not going to mention their names, but if they popped up here, you would probably know who they were or who they are. We might have to save it for another time. So just want to go ahead and check the tweet here as far as that goes. But we are getting the morning started. I am on a day off. I do have the morning coffee. That should give you a hint of one of the persons I tried contacting here, a lost soul that we have not seen in a while, but I went ahead and it did tweet out. Okay, good. Excuse me. So I sent out a couple DMs to some individuals there that I figure, okay, let me give it a shot. Let's go fish. Because this is probably my today's my only time to basically play around, because I'm going to be working tomorrow, so I won't be doing much on the on these interwebs here. And so the music came in on using Restream. Okay, that's good. And I see the chat. That's our show. Those just just to play catch up and stuff like that. I'm just going to be on for. It's going to be the regular morning coffee routine here as far as that. So I appreciate the offer and stuff, but as far as that goes, I do like on the Restream this right here. I do like that. And plus, I have an extra logo above. I do like that on the Restream. I did do a couple tests on the Restreams a while back and stuff. And let's see, my CPU rate is very good using this. Holy crap! Okay, it's still holding. It's doing good. See if we have any drop frames like we did yesterday, right, Chris? So. But we're getting our day started here. I've been up for a couple hours here. I fell asleep on the couch last night. I did see on the TV, Chris, your Back to the Future. I think it was Back to the Future 3. And I was watching World of War on the TV last night. I guess I've watched that series maybe over a dozen times and stuff like that. But I fell asleep and then I woke up and then I went to bed, and then I came back or got up this morning at the regular time here and checking some things. And I do a tweet there. I can't bring it up. Well, I could probably bring it up. No, can I? Yes, I can bring it up if I wanted to. But I maybe we could try bringing that up. How could I do that? I could do that, couldn't I? Yeah, I could do that, couldn't I? Nah. We'll save that for another time and stuff like that. Bring in what's on my as far as that goes. It'd be over here. I did that with TikTok. I did add a new TikTok, and what the TikTok basically, I only got like, what is it? I only have only 17 people over there on TikTok as far as that goes, and I did do a TikTok this morning, Chris. I know you're on my TikTok. You're one of the fortunate ones there to run TikTok. But I sort of promoted, which I am going to do. I will repurpose this. I usually Saturdays and Sundays, the last couple weekends, I've been doing Rumble. Well, I'll repurpose this Twitch broadcast via the Restream over there on my Rumble channel. And basically all it is the Rumble logo saying, give me a subscribe. And as far as that goes, Oh, okay. There we go. Let's see. Hey, Rich in the countryside. Okay. No, no problem. That's no problem, sir. No problem. Okay, lots of laughs. So the individuals is in the countryside and has crappy internet, so that's okay. We'll send them a text message back next time. Next time, sir. Okay. Well, at least he responded back. That's good. That's good. And so follow me on Rumble. You know, Rumble, I'm trying to get over there. I only have like 12 followers, 12 subscribers as far as that goes, and I need 100. So I'm trying to work on that. Let me guess. No, not Randy. No. Let's see. Randy's not even on. No. Not going to say. Not going to give him away. As far as that goes, but I think I'm gonna try and do this every once in a while on a Saturday if I feel like it. So I didn't really feel like just doing the recording. I felt like coming up here, saying good morning to you, Chris, in the chat, as far as that goes, get my day started on a positive note. Have the coffee, and do the little bit. You can see I've got the laptop up over here, and so I'm sort of liking the laptop over here and stuff, and I am using OBS, but I'm not. I don't have the dock up because I figured out how to bring the chat up. I've been gaming on my Xbox. Oh, okay, you've been gaming on your Xbox. That's cool. What game have you been playing? As far as that goes, I never got the Xbox. Last console I had was it the Nintendo Wii, which I can still use. I can. I think about it. I like the bowling thing. Oh, Grand Theft Auto. Okay, yeah. Our good friend yesterday, Jace producer. He broadcast a lot of Grand Theft Auto and stuff like that. I think he's playing some other game as far as that goes. I think he's an Xbox player too, as far as that goes. It was good seeing Jace yesterday in the morning show, as far as that goes, and whatnot. Let's see. Let's go over the temperature. I'm not going to go over the world temperatures. It's just sort of a laid back here. I'm not no rush, so there's no sense in it. Let's see. Currently here, as you can see, the sun is rising. Sun rose this morning at 07:27, which was about 45 minutes ago, a little over 45 minutes ago, 7:27. And currently it is, what was it? 28 to 30. Is it 33 degrees Fahrenheit? Still nighttime here. Yeah, of course, Chris. It's early morning, say. early morning. But we're right around the 28 to 32, 33 degree range. It's cold. I don't see any. Do I see some frost? Yeah, a little bit of frost out there, but clear blue skies. Clear blue skies out there. Plenty of sun today. It's going to be high as 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds out of the south by 5-10 miles per hour. Sunrise out there in Deming, New Mexico is 7:20 a.m. I guess let's see plenty of sunshine though. It's going to be a great day today. So, which is good because it's my only day off. I have to work tomorrow. I have to backfill a coworker that is visiting some family for family situation and stuff like that. So I said, no problem. I got you covered. That's an automatic as far as that goes. I work with a good bunch of guys. So I'm going to probably miss them, but I won't miss the job when I retire here. I guess it's under 6 months now that I'm looking at the calendar. Out there in Deming, New Mexico, it's 56 degrees and 80 for the high out there. So out there in Deming, New Mexico. Let's see, what do we got for the world temperatures? Maybe I should go ahead and do that. Stick with the script, right? Let's see, out there in Honolulu, Hawaii, which is they're on today's day time, 2:12 a.m. in the morning. It's 79 degrees Fahrenheit, cloudy out there. In Phoenix, Arizona, clear skies in Phoenix, Arizona. Let's see, at 5:12 a.m. in the morning, 66 degrees. Albuquerque, New Mexico, which is right near where our good friend Chris Technician lives. Albuquerque, clear skies, but probably still dark because it's 6:12. Okay, so you're on the same time as there, 6:12. Okay, the sun will be rising. He said 7:20, so that's about a little over an hour there for you. So, but it's six. What did they have there? 50 degrees Fahrenheit. What did you have in Deming? Oh, you're 6 degrees higher there, Chris. So Albuquerque is 50 degrees from what I'm seeing. Clear skies. Chicago, Illinois is cloudy. 57 degrees at 7:13. Down in New York City, it's sunny. Going to be sunny. It's going to be a great day today, as far as that goes. At 8:13 currently, it's 52 degrees here. Across the pond in Cork, Ireland, it's cloudy at 1:13 p.m. 59 degrees. In Milan, Italy, at 2:13 p.m., 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Down in Riyadh, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Wow, it's under 95 degrees Fahrenheit. In the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, it is at 3:13 p.m. What are you doing? You frustrated, Jack? At 3:13 p.m., it's 93 degrees Fahrenheit, sunny skies. And over in India, New Delhi, India, at 5:44 p.m., partly cloudy skies and sun, 82 degrees Fahrenheit. Mumbai, India is at 5:44 p.m. It's 88 degrees Fahrenheit. Kuala Lumpur, we got rain showers at 8:14 p.m. Evening, 81 degrees Fahrenheit. In Tokyo, Japan, it is partly cloudy skies at 9:14 p.m. in the evening, 61 degrees. In Melbourne, Australia, at 11:14 p.m., it's 59 degrees Fahrenheit. In Sydney, Australia, to the west of Melbourne, Australia, 11:14 also, 66 degrees Fahrenheit. So there we go. And he's saying good morning to Jack. I don't know, where's Jack? Oh, he's in the chair behind us right here, as far as that goes. So, so there we have the world temperature. So looks like it's gonna be a good day today. Our thought for today comes from a gentleman, I guess the last couple of days, morning. We have from Augusta Rodin. Augusta Rodin. And who is Augusta Rodin? We've had comments with him. How's the rest of it? Yeah, they're doing great, Chris. Thanks. They're French. It's a French sculptor. Generally considered the founding of modern sculpture. He was schooled traditionally and took a craftsman-like approach to his work. Tina, good morning. Good morning, Tina. Glad to have you here. It's just sort of an unusual Saturday, stuff like that. So Augusta Rodin, and his quote and our thought for this Saturday morning is, "Nothing is a waste of time if you use the experience wisely." That's a good one, because I can relate to that. Nothing is a waste of time if you use the experience wisely. And I use my time wisely here because when you think of it, and I've said this before, this is a form of public speaking. And you have to take note of your audience, which is people in the chat, as well as people that may be watching this. Think about the people that may be watching on the replay. And you have to use the time wisely and and speak wisely too, I guess. But we have a certain amount of time in our lifetime. We have to use it wisely. We have to use it to our enjoyment, to our benefit, and hopefully to use our time wisely to benefit others and help others that may be needing help as far as that goes. So I like that. Nothing is a waste of time if you use it if you use the experience wisely. So wasting time, and I often say I probably wasted time, even though I had fun. I think I said this yesterday. I wasted time uh, uh, really furthering my education as far as that goes. I could have very well um, easily got a bachelor's, and from what I've been told, I could have very easily got a master's if I worked on it, back when I was in the Air Force before I met the missus and stuff. But I spent too much time on that bar stool drinking down the beer as far as that goes, but still having a good time. So, but you live and learn. So I'm out there now because of that time. So, and stuff. So, so that's a good quote. Time is very precious as far as that goes. We do have some national days that don't really look too inviting. So I'm just going to, let's see, National Make a Difference Day. Meh. National Color Day. National Nut Day. Did you know a peanut is not a nut? It's not a nut. It's I can't really explain it, so just Google why the peanut is not a nut, and Google. And National Make a Dog's Day. Well, Max isn't here, but I think of him every day as far as I go. I didn't know. Oh, you didn't know? National Nut Day? Yeah, National Nut Day. Let's go. I like that. I like nuts. Let's see. Ooh, that's a nice picture of all the nuts. National Nut Day is observed annually on October 22nd. The day is not about the neighbor that lives down the street. Yeah, we got a couple nuts here in the village. I can attest to that. So it's not about them or the co-workers. Definitely have some nuts there who sing with their headphones on. You like that one, Tina? I like that one too. It is the food holiday celebrating the healthy, nutritious snack. And nuts are nutritious. You really can't eat a lot of them, but they are healthy. They many night nuts are excellent sources of vitamin E and B2. They are also rich in protein, folate, fiber, and essential minerals such as magnesium, potassium, phosphorus, copper, and other things. Nuts are essentials, especially those in temperate climates, as they store. Oh, for the animals, they store acorns. Well, the frickin' squirrels out here have been gathering up the walnuts here during the autumn to keep them from starving in late fall and the winter and early spring. So there we have it. We're gonna go with National Nut Day. How's that? Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and tweet this picture out right now so you can see what I'm looking at. Let's see, copy image. Let's go to the Twitter, and it's actually a good picture. I like it. It makes me want to go get a handful of nuts as far as that goes. I may be my favorite snack. Nuts, yeah. What's your favorite nut? And not this nut. I mean, I'm getting some mileage out of that. I like cashews and pistachios. Oh, you're a knucklehead. Yeah, a knucklehead too. Yeah, that's for sure. I like cashews. Cashews are good. I like them all. Just walnuts. I guess made some uh, uh, pecans in. That's good. I like pecans. I like pecan pie as far as that goes. So it's like, oh my god, we're the same. You like those too? Okay. And cashew, you can't go wrong with cashews. Cashews are great. But peanuts, they're the cheaper. Well, they're not really. Peanut is not a nut, but they call it a peanut. It's uh, we have a famous pistachio farm here in New Mexico. Okay, yeah, pistachios, I guess are okay. They're out there in New Mexico. So I take it they're also probably there's pistachio farms in Arizona, California, as far as that goes. So let's see. Let's tweet this out. National, and I like it. It's not the neighbor down the street. Okay, I just tweeted it out there for you. Okay, so you can see the picture that I'm looking at. And they got a good bunch of there's cashews, there's walnuts, there looks like there's almonds in the back, pistachios. Can I send a link, Rich? A link You can post a link. I don't know. I'm not gonna a link to what? As far as that goes, no. A link to? Can I send a link to what? If you want people to look at something, you can post a link in the chat, Chris. You can go do that. You're more than welcome to post that there as far as that goes. And let's see. And I think I got some. What do I got on my Twitter? Oh, okay, Chris. Thank you for the retweets there, or the retweet as far as they go. Yeah. If you want to put, yeah, you ask. Go ahead. If you want, what's it pertaining to? If you could give us an overview before you post it. Okay. Oh, Pistachio Land. Oh, that's the farm. Okay. Okay, it's the farm. So Pistachio Land, as far as that goes. There we go. There's the link from Chris Technician. Oh, that's how you do that. Oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting. That is interesting. Okay, I know how to. Oh, that do that. That's interesting. Oh, but it took away my @Fireman Rich. Okay, I'm learning. Let's see, and this is what Tina likes. She likes cashews and pistachios. See, this thing right here. That's pretty neat. That's interesting. Okay. Well, so there we have it. Oh, that's interesting. That's okay. I could see that. That's why I use that on that, guys. Thank you. That's pretty interesting on the restream. I like that. You can't really do that on the Twitch. I have this on Twitch right now, and I've got the thing. So they have to down here that says highlights. Chat highlight setting. I don't know what that means. Setting. First time chatter, minimize. This is a nice. I like the feature of bringing up the chat. So that's good. So thank you, Chris. Yeah, that's a link. It's in the chat there for the nut farm. The food nut, not the other place there. As far as that goes, I got to be careful. Okay, there we go. That's good. That's our national day. We had fun with that. That's good. Tina knows what I'm talking about. It's like, let's be nice. Let's be nice. Let's see. Yeah, behave. Yeah, exactly. I do have an interesting article, and one of the individuals that I was going to try and get, I wanted to talk to because this may directly affect them because the two individuals, they live over there in Europe. I'll just say that. I'm not going to say their names because if they come up, it'd be a real treat for me because, but this is, and I said I was going to talk about this morning. It's a good news story. Of course, the situation with power, fuel, power to, we're looking in some places. I was watching a YouTube video just last night before relocating on the couch and going to sleep about this Yeti battery. That's it's a huge. It's like the freaking big suitcase. It weighs like 200 pounds, and it's additional power that you have in your house, alternate power that you can hook up. You can plug it in to charge it up. I guess it's power in it to where if you have a Tesla or another EV, electric vehicle, it would power it for at least 9 to 15 minutes. It'd give you 9 to 15 minutes of additional driving time to get to a charging station if you ran out. You could put it in the trunk, but it weighs pretty much. But it's on wheels to where you wheel it around the house, and it can power everything for a long time. I can't remember. There's a lot of wattage in it. I do that similar. I have 120 amp deep cell battery that I keep out in the what used to be the porch is now our back room, and for alternate power for the lights if the power goes out. Power is important, and we shouldn't take it for granted. And there's certain areas, I think they're talking rolling blackouts in various countries. They have them. I've experienced them when I was in the service back in the day over in the Philippines. As far as that goes, they're called brownouts. But they may have them out, California. So it's good to have an alternate power source. Well, over there in Europe, because of the war that's going on between Ukraine and Russia, please, Russia, stop. Stop. You have the ability to stop and talk as far as that goes. So, but there's and I didn't really read into this article, but you have a long cable. The title is Undersea Cable to Funnel 3 Gigawatts of Solar Energy from Egypt to Power Millions of European Households. Here in New Mexico, we have pistachio and pecan coffee. Okay, yep, I've heard of that. Pistachio coffee is good. But even here in Tioga County, we have solar farms. My next door neighbor, he has solar panels, high-end solar panels that go right into the grid. So solar is here. Is it a major impact? It's coming close to that, I think, from what I'm seeing. My observations are that I think more so than wind, because the sun is out there right now. I'm going to probably put my solar panels out to top off the charge, and that's how simple it is as far as that goes. Over in Europe, they're going to have energy problems because they were getting most of their fuel and energy sources from Russia. Well, that's since because of the thing. Mexico has a lot of solar farms and wind farms. Yeah, because the wind is, they have wind farms here in New York too. There's when you go up to Rochester, New York, along the highway, you can see them up there. So we have them here, okay, and they're popping up everywhere. Are they a major source? To a certain degree. The so-called, quote, fossil, I don't like, it's just fuels. Fuels, I think anybody that uses the term fossil fuel now, I'm sort of looking at, they just, yeah, is a fossil fuel, biofuel. I put fuel for energy because you're getting fuel now. You're flying airplanes on spent plant oils and stuff like that. So biodiesels, airplane fuels that have nothing to do with the so-called fossil fuels and stuff like that. So it's a mixed bag as far as that goes. To put everything under fossil fuels I think is a little disingenuous and stuff. But at any rate, get back to the article. This article is showing there's help going to Europe that's going to have a little bit of a power struggle because underwater cable to funnel 3 gigawatts, that's a lot of power. And it's all solar energy, and it's from Egypt out there in the Sahara Desert. Taking advantage of the huge output of Sahara? You said Sierra. Oh, okay. Sahara. Thank you. I'm staying corrected. Today, taking advantage of the huge output of solar energy in places neighboring the Sahara Desert, a massive undersea power cable is coming to Europe from Egypt, bringing this article said 3 megawatts. 3 gigawatts. So this is 3 gigawatts. This is 3,000. 3 gigawatts. That's a huge. Okay, now I see the difference. Megawatts, gigawatts is bigger. That's just like with the gig to meg in the computers. I lose that. It's 3,000. That's a crap load of power right there, folks, of renewable energy. The GREGY interconnection will run from northern Egypt to Attica, Greece. So it's going to Greece, which is part of Europe. Okay, it's in their metro. I've been to Greece. I spent a few weeks in Greece running there on the Air Force running team. As far as that goes, it was pretty pleasant. except Athens. The pollution there is very, very bad. You got told, Rich. Yeah, just like you, Chris. Okay, I can live with it. I know my limit or my shortfalls. So constructive criticism as far as that goes. Let's see. Expected to be in operation for around 8 years. 1/3 of the cable supply will power Greece's heavily industry. Another third will be exported via shared grid to other European countries such as Bulgaria and Italy. We know somebody that lives in Italy. That's Nazim. And okay, I'll give it. He's out in the country right now. I wanted Nazim to come up as far as to talk about this because he lives over there in Italy. I lived in Italy for 7 years total. So I love Italy, and I was chatting via Twitter last week during football with Nazim. So I thought it'd be neat because this article referring to the European thing and stuff like that. So I gave away one of the persons, okay, because they mentioned Italy. I mentioned Italy. I got to say Nazim. Nazim's over there in Milan, Italy, and he's a good friend to all of us here. For those people watching on the replay, he's a great guy as far as that goes. The final third will go of the power will go into producing green hydrogen, and green hydrogen is very important because it can power. They use hydrogen cars over there. You can buy a car. I saw hydrogen cars are they're no new thing over there. They were out there's probably a lot more hydrogen cars than electric cars as far as that goes. And you need the clean hydrogen for that. By bringing 3 gigawatts of clean energy to Europe via Greece, we are helping Europe wean itself off of Russia's fuels, fossil fuels, natural gas, and other things. So, and that's the whole purpose of that. And it's a world solution for Europe because Russia is not going to get any better until they have a change at the very top. Enough said on that. I think they're not going to cozy up to, so they're looking at alternatives. So also the green energy we will transport will be much cheaper than today's energy prices. You understand that this will help both Greek and European countries, said the CEO of the renewables company there. The massive effort to decarbonize has been done once before through the X-Links Morocco power project that sees a similar undersea, this is going all bonkers here, undersea cable run from Monaco all the way to Devon, UK. So the UK's got a power line going all the way from Africa, running a total of 2,300 miles and bringing 10 gigawatts. Okay, so this has already taken place. Oh, that's interesting. But Egypt's solar fields benefit from connections with the North African countries, with countries of Libya and Sudan, with aspirations to become the largest exporters of renewable energy. So you have that desert sitting there. Frickin' throw the solar panels out. Okay, so that's why this article is very interesting because they're already doing it in the UK. Where's that news? As far as that's interesting news as far as that goes. So let me see. Can I go? Let's see. It says yes. Yeah. Let's see. What does it say? Oh, okay. Oh, I can chat either on Restream or okay, I see what that button's for. So that it is. That's a good story, and that's one of the reasons I do this bit is to present good stories. And I know I don't really do them that much during the weekday because I got that set amount of time, and there's so much interesting chat with you guys all as far as that goes, and we do talk about some interesting stuff. So I just found that really really good, and as far as that goes. Oh, let's see. And what do we got? Okay. And let's see. We got some history. We'll move to the history. We talk. Oh, we're going up on 37 minutes. That's not bad. Let's see. Hungary and let's see. What do we got? Anything? Let's see. The Metropolitan Opera House opened in New York City, featuring I don't know what that is. What's that? Faust. What's Faust? I got to do a Google on that. See, that's the one thing I have time to Google things when I'm broadcasting here while you guys are just laughing your asses off at look at this bonehead, this knucklehead, as Chris would say. It's all good. What's this term mean? I have no idea what that is. But getting back to the interesting history, the Metropolitan Opera House. I think Carnegie. No, Carnegie Hall is different than the Metropolitan Opera House. Let's see. Toastmasters was founded to teach people how to speak in public back in 1924. My father was a Toastmaster. It just dawned on me. I think peanuts are yeah, that's true, Chris. Yeah, yeah. They're not a nut. They're that a legum. They're in the legum family, the legume family. Yeah. But Toastmasters, and I actually, as a young kid, I went to a couple Toastmasters meetings with my father, and it teaches public speaking. This is sort of my mini Toastmasters. I like talking to you all as far as that goes, and Toastmasters is a very important group of people, and they learn how to speak properly, and how to do a speech in a certain amount of time. They have competitions. You got to be within a minute of your say 10-minute speech. If you're like 8 minutes, 7 minutes and 30 seconds to 8 minutes and 30 seconds. Let's say if you're 8 minutes and 55 seconds, you didn't win the competition. If you go over 10 minutes, you lose. You got to be right in that, and that's very hard to do. That takes talent. Let's see. Laos, which is over there in Vietnam, gained its independence from France in 1953. Why Vietnam, all of North and South Vietnam, wasn't given their freedom from the French is beyond me. But Laos, which is right there, I think you got Vietnam, Cambodia, and Laos. Where the U.S. was in a quagmire war for a number of years back in the 60s and early 70s, the Vietnam War. A Canadian Parliament committee selected the design which became the new official flag of Canada in 1964. Okay, that's our good friend Jeeves. He's a Canadian, and the maple leaf there. And let's see, India's Day in 2008 launched a first unmanned lunar mission. I don't know what that pertained to. Huh. Let's see what else we got. 56 years ago, what do we got? We got an email. Oh, don't need a Yeti. I got a mic. I don't need a Yeti mic. I like my Marantz. I keep on getting these. What was that from? I forget who it's from. An offer for a Yeti mic. I like this mic. Is this mic? I think this mic is good. And then I have this other mic that when I use on the Anchor Morning Audio. This is the other mic I use right here. It's the the CAD U37. I like this mic. I got this during Blab. When I used Blab, the Blab Owl, back in the Blab days. And this phone I got just at the end of the HAPS days and stuff like that. So 56 years ago, the Supremes became the first musical group to attain a #1 seller on the Billboard's charts. It's the Supremes A Go-Go. They put out some good music. Let's see, 225 years ago today, Andrea Garna made the first parachute jump from 3,200 feet above Paris. That must have been scary. 143 years ago today, after frustrating months of testing the unusual choice, platinum wire to light an electric bulb, Thomas Edison decided to try carbonized cotton threaded and was finally successful. So 143 years ago, the light bulb, bing, that'd be cool if I had a thing that had a light bulb right then when I went that, bing. The light bulb was invented, the first commercial practical incandescent light bulb. Okay. I got sidetracked there. Sorry. The first commercial practical incandescent light bulb lasted 13.5 hours. Now we have LED lights that last for years. Before burning out, Edison's version of the light bulb was able to outstrip the others because of a combination of three factors: an effective incandescent material, a higher vacuum than others were able to achieve by using the syringeal pump, and a high resistance that made power distribution from a centralized source economically visible. Back in 1879, what would we do without the light bulb? We wouldn't have that, the TV. We wouldn't have this computer. You wouldn't see me here. We'd be all in the dark. Are you still in the dark, Chris? Has the sun rose yet? Let's see. What else do we got? Okay, here's one for Chris. Happy 83rd birthday to beloved actor Christopher Lloyd. You know who Christopher Lloyd is, right, Chris? It's barely coming up. Okay. Christopher Lloyd, who played the zany character like Emmett Doc Brown in Back to the Future film series, and the Reverend on the sitcom Taxi. Oh, I love that show, Taxi. Has earned, it's his birthday today. So, Chris, are you in the show? Yeah, it's shower time. So there we have Doc Brown. Well, actually, Christopher Lloyd played Doc Brown. It's his birthday. He's 83 years ago. He was born. He's 83 today. Happy birthday, Christopher Lloyd. He's a good. I loved him on Taxi. He was funny. He was like Taxi came out before Seinfeld. The character he played in Taxi sort of was like Seinfeld's Kramer. Okay, see the parallels there. And but he was a wacky doctor there, or the scientist there in Back to the Future, and good character, great character, as far as that goes. So there's our interesting history for the day. Yeah, happy birthday to Doc Brown, and such. So let's see what else. I may or may not broadcast again today. I'm thinking about, you Back to the Future. How many times have you watched? You probably watched it as many times as I've watched Lord of the Rings. That's my series. I mean, I'll be clicking to see if it's on this weekend. Yeah, let's do a dinner report. If I can remember, what did we have for dinner last night?
Nachos.
Oh, that's right. Shh. You didn't hear that yet. I can't remember unless I wrote it down. This isn't the norm. So, yeah, go ahead. What'd you have for dinner last night, Chris? Give us a dinner report. Not that I'm in no hurry. We're not in no hurry, so we can sit here and shoot the crap here and stuff. And but I do have to say I do like because Chris, I'm going to post this up as far as that goes. Hang on for a minute, folks. You can't be seen on film.
Just my ass.
There's the dinner report. That's a rarity. A rarity. She had to put some papers in the desk. Chris Technician, he had pulled sandwich. I like this. I'm going to start. I might be Stu. I like this right here. That is pretty cool. He had pulled pork sandwiches and fries. There we go. I like that. This may be a new addition to the dinner report right here. Let's see. Tina had taco salad from Bubico. So if I mispronounce it, you can correct me. We had, as you heard in the background from family here, that we had nachos and they were good. We didn't have no sour cream. The Mrs. was disappointed in that. And when the Mrs. showed up, this is what Tina. Funny. I just, back in the day, I would be freaking out right now. It's like, I can't have anybody here. I can't have any noise. It's all good. It's all good as far as that. What's that? Yeah, if we were to move, okay, let me tell you, the Mrs. loves Zillow, so she looks at Zillow, and I like looking at it too because you get to see some really neat homes. And Chris Tech says good morning to the Mrs. And so she's always dingling that carrot. If we move from here to another house, I'll have my own studio. And it's like, oh man, that's tempting. I can't see I can't see the purpose of moving just for moving. If we won the Mega Millions, but right now the way costs of things and stuff like that, and she finds some really nice place, but the one factor when you're a homeowner is, what are the taxes? I can't beat the tax. I live in New York State, okay, but I can't beat the taxes where I live at. I mean, if I go one town over, I'm paying almost 4 times as much. Three. Oh, is it 3 times?
Yeah.
Okay, about 3 times.
I mean, if I'm looking at the houses that I want.
Yeah, exactly. So not to say it won't happen. It would have. It would. I would be very serious that we had the money. It would make where I would not have to take out a mortgage. I'm not taking a mortgage out. For us, this house is fine, and you never know. Might get that ticket to where I might win as far as that goes. So, so the Mrs. You saw Liz. I love her. She's a great gal. She keeps me honest. And on an even keel as far as that goes. My taxes are low here. I pay $3,000. My sister pays $10,000. Yeah, so yeah, I'm about $1,000. I'm under the $2,000 side there, Tina, as far as that goes. That's probably one of the. I imagine there's some places in New York State, because I live on upstate New York, and this is places, rural areas in New York State. Yeah, I have a sister-in-law that she pays close to. She pays close to that $10,000 a year. Would you say she pays $10,000 up there in Schenectady?
Might be down to 7 or 8.
Yeah, okay, it might be down to 7 or 8. She, the Mrs.'s older sister, who's a nurse practitioner up there in the Albany, Schenectady area, she's paying we pay under $2,000 for taxes. That's why everybody from California, even California, going to New Mexico, Chris, and Arizona because of taxes. Do I get raked by New York City? Not really. I grew up here, so I guess I'm sort of used to it. Now, could I live down in New York City? Hell no. It's way out of my league. I'd still have to work until I was 92 and stuff. I couldn't retire as far as that goes. And but we pay under 2,000 ourselves here in New York State, and we're really fortunate. I mean, I didn't even think about that when I got out of the service and got the house and stuff. But now, as I'm getting closer and closer to retirement, it becomes a major factor and stuff like that. So, but there are some areas, and I would, Tina, that's pretty low, 3,000. I thought you were easily up around the $4,000 or $5,000 zone in Jersey and stuff like that. So that's encouraging. Jersey's, but if you love where you live and stuff, you're going to pay, as far as that goes. Yes. Hi. Yeah. My dad turns 58 next month, and he's still, yeah, I was still, I'm going to be 65 here next April, May timeframe. And you could say I'm retired. I'm not going to stop doing things though. I just won't be I'll still, I'll be officially retired. When I got out of the service, oh, you're retired. I'm not retired. I got to go back to work. I can't live on a military pension. This isn't the 1800s where you could do that. No, that was the thing. If you were retired military, well, of course, back then, if you retired 20 years and you were still alive, you were a very fortunate person, given the circumstances back there. But I've been very fortunate on the jobs that I've had, as far as getting out, and even my current employment that I can't really go into, and I will not after I'm retired because of. We'll just leave it at that. It's really interesting as far as what I've done over the years since I've been out of service. I feel very blessed and fortunate, and because I do have people I've known and worked with and loved working with in the service. They're no longer here, and that's why I cherish every single day as far as that goes, and because there's some really good people that I did work with that they haven't been with. This is years back, but I still remember those folks because I honor them by remembering them as far as that goes. And so it's sort of bittersweet as far as that goes to be able to work and get to a point where you can say, you know what, it's time to kick back, and a lot of reflection on those individuals that have passed and stuff like that. And they would say, and right now I can hear one of them in my head, just shut the frick up, Rich, and get on with your broadcast. Stop being a sap. Thinking about you, Joe. And my kid brother's talking to me right now too. But it's all good as far as that goes. So what's on? The missus says I don't really have to. I guess I don't have to do that much today. No, she's because I got to work tomorrow. So she says I can just relax. Oh, I might go out and do some yard work. I gotta. There's a bunch of walnuts out on the side lawn here that I gotta get. If we're gonna, the lawn does not need mowing. I mowed it last week and the grass has not grown. So I think the mowing season, we probably mow it one more time before the, let me show that, Chris. I like this. Yeah, that's what okay, that doesn't show the icon. It just shows the letters. Okay. That's interesting. It says LUL. So we'll probably mow the lawn one more time, probably next weekend, which I will be off for a full weekend and stuff like that. And but we've been in here for a while. Let me What we got here? I'll pop the right card this time, Chris. We have Chris Technician, and we're just passing the 56-hour or 56-minute mark. Chris Technician, a loyal viewer. As far as that goes, we appreciate that, Chris. I know I popped this yesterday, but we're on here for an hour and stuff like that. So I appreciate you, Chris, and also our Jersey. I like saying I hope you don't take any offense me calling you the Jersey girl, Tina. You're our Jersey girl. As I say that in a complimentary way, and Tina, who's down there in Jersey, and we thank you for being here as far as that goes. And it's good. I got to put it up there. It's good. Okay. I don't want to get in trouble with Miss Tina. No. And let's see. I think mowing season is around spring. Well, it starts around springtime, late spring. Probably. I don't know when the first time we mowed was. Probably late April, as far as that goes. And this is about the time when it stops. But I've noticed, you can notice that the next door neighbors, they mowed, but they usually keep it higher so you can see a little bit of a difference. And I don't see any growth out here where I mowed last week. So there's a lot of leaves out there. So I every year I go through this. I can talk. It's good. Okay. Thank you, Tina. Thank you very much. I go through this every year when the leaves start falling. I said, do I need a leaf blower? And I even asked one of my coworkers yesterday, do you have a leaf blower? He says, hell no, I use my lawnmower. I said, yeah, I do too. In essence, you can. I just raised the deck up. Instead of cutting the grass, you can use the deck to blow the grass or the leaves. So there's a lot of leaves over there on our side lawn on the other side of the driveway. And so I just like blowing them away, and because they don't build. There's one section that can build up where all these walnuts are. I got to rake those up in a pile, and there's been unusually a lot of walnuts this year, to where there's going to be a big pile. I'm just going to pile up. I'm doing some work for the squirrels out there. Even the little chipmunk. We got 2 chipmunks out here. They're starting to get. They get in our bird feeders, but they're starting to get the walnuts, throwing them down in their little holes that they have all over the backyard there, as far as that goes. And so I usually do that. I did a couple years back, right back here in our backyard, end of the backyard and stuff like that. And there was a big pile by. Next spring, the following spring, they were all gone and stuff like that. So, the critters, I don't see them out there right now. But there are still some trees that have the leaves. There's a blue jay. We got a blue jay out there. Okay, flying in I guess this tree right outside our window in our neighbor's yard. I think that's a peach tree. An apple tree down there. I think it's a peach. It had some fruit on it one time, but I think it doesn't have any fruit on it because there's no peach trees around here. Or not a peach, a pear. Maybe it's a pear tree. Yeah, peach trees are down south. I think it's a pear tree. But there is an apple that has some apples and stuff. Blue jays are good. Oh, are they? Yeah, sometimes we'll have 6 of them out here on the feeder, Tina. You guys get owls? I've seen some owls. I can remember you mentioned owls. There's one time I was walking Max up here on the back hills, coming down. And I hear this screech, and I look, and it was an owl. It really threw me off because it was still daylight. But this owl had a wingspan of probably just like a full grown eagle. It was like close to 5-6 feet wingspan. And I looked up, and I thought it was going to grab me. That's how big it was. It was huge, but it was an owl. It was like the grandfather of all owls. So yes, we do have owls there or here, Chris. I'm not sure what kind it was, but it was huge. It was one of the larger ones, as far as that. What's that?
Sounds like a screech owl.
A screech owl? Well, yeah, the sound it made, it scared the crap out of me. But I looked up and said, "Holy crap! Look at it." That was a number of years back. That's back when Max was still coming out of being a puppy and stuff, and just a young dude. He liked to walk all over the place. So we walked the back hills here, and there's trails up there and stuff, and come down through the village. But just this one thing, that same length, I remember walking it. There's a lot of pine trees, and we also have a dog named Mac. Okay. We Max and I were walking, and it was late. It was after dinner. We went on that. We used to do 2 walks, once in the morning, once in the evening. And the evening walk, we come down the hill, and I couldn't believe how many freaking bats there were. We'll get the bats around here but there was a whole line of pine trees, and I think they like roosting in the pine trees upside down when they're not flying around. And it was early dusk. It was very pleasant looking out in the valley here, and coming down the hill. There was hundreds. I'm like, wow, look at all these bats. It wasn't scary because they were flying high. When they come down here, the bats are fantastic. Not being in the house, I get them in the house here once in a while. We've had a couple this summer, not as many as some years past. They take care of the bugs. They eat a large amount of bugs and stuff like that. So that's they're a good critter to have around if there's a lot of insects. As far as that goes. Yes, when I was little, we had bats in our neighborhood. Yeah, and so as scary as they can be, and they are scary when they're flying in the house. But I know how to take care of them. We just you get a broom and you line it up and you swat at them, and once you knock them down on the floor, that knocks them out, and you have some gloves on or something. I use a piece of cardboard with the broom, scoot him on the thing and hold him down and take him out, and then he flutters away. As far as that goes, I don't see that. You don't see him. It might be the times and stuff like that too, because there's sometimes I don't see any bats around, Tina, and all of a sudden they're out of the woodwork as far as that goes, and it might, and so that's interesting that you don't see them anymore. It's stuff. So that's cool. But like I said, I don't think we're going to be mowing the grass. There's a nice blue sky out there as far as that goes. I bet you, I wonder if the moon is out. Let me check is the moon set yet? Let me check my planets app here. Let's see. What do we have out there in the sky? Yeah, the moon is out there. It's rising. I wonder if I can get a telescope on that. It's actually, what's the moon's phase of it's actually, you got the sun rising right now, and there's Venus behind it, and Mercury is ahead of the sun, and setting right now in the west is Mars, but the moon is out. It's let's see, it's 8% visible, so I may see it or may not. It's not going to set until 5:30 p.m., so I might be able to get a telescope out there. Maybe let's see if I can do a broadcast on that. I just saw an IHOP commercial on TV, and now I'm starving. Time for breakfast. Actually, that's a switch I did. You're talking about breakfast. I actually had my breakfast before my coffee this morning. When I woke up, I was awake, and I was like, oh, I started the coffee. The coffee was ready, and I said, oh, I don't want to get coffee yet. I'm going to go ahead and have some cereal. So I had the four. What's the kind? It's Cheerios. It's the 4 oats Cheerios, I think. A little expensive now. Cereal is very expensive in this store. I don't eat cereal during the weekday. I may grab a donut, a bagel if they're at work and somebody brings them in, but I just have coffee, and I don't really eat a breakfast in the morning and stuff like that. IHOP sounds good though, but I've already had a couple bowls of cereal, so I'm full as far as that goes. So we'll have to check that. I might check that after this broadcast. See if I can see that. I always ate Honey Nuts Cheerios dry. Yeah. So you saying that, Tina? When I was still in the service, I was temporary duty down at Tyndall Air Force Base when I was stationed out in McConnell. We flew down there for a 2-week what was called a red flag exercise. And what it was is I was a firefighter, which was under the civil engineering squadron. And what civil engineering does on an Air Force base, the fire department, of course, we're going to protect it from fires and stuff like that. If there's incoming fire or something, bombing from an enemy or something like that. Chris's favorite cereal is Cinnamon Toasted Crunch. Okay. And while I was down there, we were eating MREs, ready-made meals, MREs, No, it's meals ready to eat. That's what it is. MREs, meals ready. And see, it's different because a lot more. They're not spectacular, but it's food. Okay, so they're in a pouch. You can put it in a pot to cook them, or whatever and stuff, or just eat it right out of the bag. Basically, spaghetti and meatballs was always good cold, as far as that goes. But I was the fire chief there. As far as on the site, I was the fire chief. So I had to do command and control of the fire department guys. While once we were attacked, it sort of tried to, how can I explain this? To recover from the attack, to fix the holes that may be bombed in a simulated bomb on a runway, to put out the fires and to as far as that goes, and assist in recovering from that attack. And so we set up our camp and get situated with our deployments, or as far as resources and stuff. So it was 2 weeks of that. We're playing war games basically, and it was a closed camp. So that was basically we traveled from McConnell Air Force Base in Kansas, and this is back before 9/11. So, but we had to be in our BDUs. And we're traveling down their commercial airline. Everybody's looking at us like, what the hell's going on? But we had to travel in that capacity. Well, once we were in camp, it was a closed camp. We could not go onto the Air Force Base, Tyndall Air Force Base. We were out in the field, basically field conditions. And it's a very intense training as far as that goes, especially when we're being attacked. And you play it to the real deal, it's just like, but for the fire department, because I was in the fire department, part of our training packages, we had to do an egress. An egress is basically when you're removing a pilot or air crew from the aircraft that they may need assistance if an aircraft comes in the ditch. So we have to practice on a real aircraft. And our aircraft that we had to practice on was the F-15. Well, they couldn't tow an F-15 out there because they're out in the boonies. And it was just, we were literally out in the boonies in the panhandle of Florida. So the fire department guys, we were bussed on to the Air Force Base for the day, which was fortunate because when we're there and we're on break, we would go to the BX to buy stuff. And one of the things, and I'm coming full circle to the Honey Nut Cheerios, I bought 2 boxes of Honey Nut Cheerios that got me through the next week and a half. Tina. So every time I see box of Honey Nut Cheerios, I remember that because they got me, because the meals were good, but that was a real treat. So that's a war story right there. Before we left, and this goes along with that, I got to say this is the same thing. Before we left, the officers that were in our squadron, they all chipped in because we had a good time. It was fun. It was, when we were wrapping up camp, these pools that are portable, you can put up, they're plastic and stuff like that. This is before they had them. Well, they had these porta ponds. We had, because we had to put those out in various spots because to get water for the fire department, we draft off of that big pool of water. It'd be like a couple thousand gallons in plastic pool that we put out. We put out like 5 or 6 of them at various spots. Hopefully a spot where it wouldn't be tagged as a bomb dropping on it. We were wrapping up. We dumped the water. We're folding up. and I just had the bejeebies scared out of me because this big brown spider, I mean, it was like that freaking big, comes crawling out under there, and I'm jumping on an RV, a Humvee. I just saw that, and I just jumped up on the Humvee, and I'm saying, "What the frick is that?" And everybody's looking at us like, I'm 6'5", and they see the 6'5" guy jump up, and they see the spider then run across and goes into a little hole like that big. I mean, this sucker was big. I've never seen a spider. It scared the living bejeebies out of me. And everybody got a laugh. You know, there's scaredy pants Rob. So that was part of the fun. But the last couple of days there, the officers, they ended up, we had a pizza party. Yeah, I'm 6'5". Yeah, I'm pretty tall as far as that goes. I'm a big guy. As far as that goes, you can't tell here because I'm sitting down, but I am a big guy. But the officers went off our campsite that we were deployed at, went into Tyndall, Panama City. They found a pizzeria, and they say, "You stop what you're making for pizzas. We need about 150 pizzas." They freaking come back. They came back, I think, with 200 pizzas. I think and they paid for them and then some. And the pizza place, so they're in the back, and everybody got a pizza. You didn't have to you didn't put an order. What do you want? Oh, you got one here. Oh, I don't have that, but you can. Would you like this? So that was really fun as far as that goes. So every time I hear Cheerios, Honey Nut Cheerios, I'm always got a flashback to that moment, Tina. So thank you. That's always a good story to tell. As far as it was some pretty intense training. We had a good time. It was some realistic training, very stressful as far as when we were going through the war scenario and stuff like that. Because you're trying to do your job that now we always talked about it in briefings and stuff like that. It would never go like that. You train for the best of your capability, but whatever you train to, it's the real world. It's never like that. And I'm knocking on wood. The real world, I never had to do the real world thing and stuff like that. I got out just before the Iraq war, and as far as I was still in when we were getting ready to push in Kuwait to push Saddam Hussein. So I never really got into a war zone as far as that goes. And let's see, Chris, you're 5'10". Okay. So that's a good war story. See, that's what I like bringing to the Saturday morning coffee. It's just the coffee talk here as far as that goes. So I think I've told segments of that story and stuff like that. So, all right. I think we've been on for over an hour, so an hour and 15 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and exit stage left here as far as that goes and get our day started and see what today, because it's too nice. It's starting to look really nice out there. I want to get the solar panels out as far as that goes and do a couple of things as far as that goes. So I want to say thank you to Christian and for being here. Great Saturday also, Chris Tech. And enjoy day also, Tina, down there in Jersey. And if you're watching the replay, thank you very much. It's always appreciated. And Chris coming in and see now it's like this. I do like this. You can bring in. I like this. This is cool. Bring it in the chat. Thank you. And as always, Bazinga. So that is, I like that. You guys are good test rats. But thank you very much again, Chris and Tina. Thank you very much. You guys have a great day. And wherever you may be on this big blue marble, you also have a great day. Okay? Make it a great day. Make it a positive start to the day. Hashtag positive start to the day. Hashtag PSTTD. Rich Roberts, that's me, at Fireman Rich here on Twitch, as well as at Fireman Rich over there on Twitter where I tote myself as a social media observer, social media enthusiast, freaking talk a knucklehead that's talking on his soapbox at times. Wishing you all well wherever you may be on this big blue marble. Live life, have fun. Ciao for now. As always, peace. Take care, folks, and thanks again. Oh, let me get the shot here. Let me get a shot. Here we go. Take care, folks.